here I am with my client Dylan, who is about to be a father. He's been on the program for about a couple months, and he's now living up in Heber City, where he has the homestead life. He's got a farm, he's got chickens, he's about to have a cow, and about to have a horse. Dylan, how's it been the last couple months working with me?
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Great to be here. Great to be chatting with you. The last few months have been wild. We moved out here up to Heber from Texas with a layover in St. George where we met you. And at that point in our business, we're running a agency called Wolves Creative, and we learned how to provide clients with captivating and cinematic content, but there was very little strategy behind it. So going into meetings, we always had this like hesitancy or this tendency to want to give people discounts or somehow guarantee our work that it's going to be captivating for their audience, but really no strategy behind it to help people actually put something into place that will generate more clients, more cash flow, and an improved position for their business. So we lacked the piece of the puzzle that you provided when we came here to St. George, which was the hyperlocal ad strategy to help service-based businesses. So now not only do we get to create beautiful, cinematic, captivating content, we also get to help and empower these local businesses to grow their business and compete with the big guys in the corporate carpet cleaners and window washers and whoever else is dominating the market. We help these businesses get into a place where they're able to actually be competitive simply through putting your strategy in place. So how's it been? That's a long way of saying how it's been. My short way of saying how it's been is that we really didn't, while we've been learning with you for the last couple of months, I didn't actually put my local ad strategy into place until like 2.5 weeks ago. So it was all learning up until then. And then I pressed go on the ad up in the Heber Valley. And within 2.5 weeks, we have 35x on our ad spend. We have almost 100% close rate once we get in person with these clients. And from $0 to $9,000 in contracts just last week alone. So I would say, how's it been since working with you? It's been the last piece of the puzzle to help make a viable business, to support my homestead hobby in life, to support my wife and my future son or daughter that's due literally any day now. So it couldn't have come at a better time, man.
Wow. Love it, man. Love it. Something that stood out to me, and I remember smiling during it when we were sitting down and you were like, Luke, like man to man, like I am investing with you. It is a form of like, I'm trusting you with this amount of money to teach me. Like what sets you over the limit? Like, about, okay, like I'm willing to invest with this guy.
Yeah. What gave me the confidence to officially say yes to working with you? So I've been in different industries. I was a life coach. I was an executive performance coach. I've been sold a lot of programs. I've been sold a lot of promises. I've been sold a lot of strategies, master classes, all this stuff. So I am pretty jaded to the sales process in general. So when you explain what you do, what your mentor taught you to do, what you're teaching me to do, it made sense in my mind. And I immediately, during that meeting, I was like, yeah, it's a go. The next time we met, when I was getting ready to set up a firm, make my first payment, get our ads set up, that's when I presented that question to you of like, hey man, like I've been swindled. I've had a lot of people make a lot of promises in the various career paths that I've been on. And you basically, when I asked you what sets you apart, I didn't ask you what sets you apart. I basically said like, I basically asked for your guarantee that this is going to work. If I put your strategy in place, is this going to work? You told me, yes, it would. Furthermore, you said, you know, even though we're working together for a 90-day window, I'll work with you. What you said is, you said, I'll work with you until this works, until you've recovered your investment of working with me, until it starts ticking and you really make sense of what we're doing here, I will continue to work with you. And that little guarantee right there, knowing that you're going to be in my corner until I get it sorted out. And here we are 2.5 weeks into it, and I've already recovered my investment and then some. So at least in contracts and cash represented. So that was what did it for me.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing that, man. Because like it's such a you're gonna experience the same thing up in Heber with clients too, of like having like trust in you. They've been burned by a ton of digital marketing companies in the past, is what I've seen.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of snake oil in the marketplace of like, yeah, give us $2,000 a month, we're gonna do this for you, and like there's nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of this, is like we're showing the clients how to actually take a look at their Instagram page and know exactly what's going on with it, where their money's going to it, what the results are going for these ads. And so it's like you're teaching a man how to fish rather than giving a man a fish through all this.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Love it.
Another thing that stood out for me early on and still does, there's just a genuineness to how you operate in the world. And I can see that you're helping people regardless of finances and exchange and this and that, and that you give your time, you're a man of faith, you move differently. And I think that you're attracting clients that also want to move differently. And I think that through this process, we can actually help kind of give people like us, people who are marketing consultants or coaches, we can help restore the name of people that do that work, because there's so much value in it. But the problem is that so many of these other people don't know how to deliver on that value. They just want to deliver. And whether you're a marketing agency or a coach or whatever, if you're collecting a retainer every month and filling one part of the business that needs help, but not actually converting, you can't sleep well at night. And this system encompasses, it brings it all together in a 360 way, that just how you move, dude. You're opening your doors of your home for me to be here tonight while I have a layover in St. George. There's just a different way about the how you move and the people that you're attracting. So we're creating new new sales guys, new marketing people that actually deliver on their promises and make sure that we're lifting up the service-based businesses that we're helping.
That's it. It's using the gifts that you're given in a way to help others. It all comes down to that. Like whatever gifts we're all giving gifts according to our grace, and like whatever your gift is, like using it to its fullest potential.
Yeah.
So if you have the say gift, or you've paid money to learn a certain skill set, it is our duty to give that out to the world now.
Yep.
To help them. Client results make my day more than anything else, more than any cash collected, any new business, anything like that. Like hearing when you told me that, like we've collected $9,000 in the first 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks being there, that made my whole entire day.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's like, okay, it's working.
Yeah.
It's working. Like then it immediately went back to when we first signed up, and it's like, okay, let's see how this all goes. And, it's like over time that snowball rolls, and yours rolled pretty quick. Once you moved up to Heber, then it was a go.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool to see that, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's hear a little bit about you, what you're doing up in Heber now. So moved up to Heber City, around Park City, Utah, and what are you doing up there?
Yeah. So my wife and I got married in Heber City 3 years ago, almost to the day that we moved there. My wife's from Utah. We've had our eyes on Heber City since before we got married there, but it just kind of affirmed it. And so we've been waiting to find the perfect spot. We found it, a little horse property with a barn and a riding arena and a livestock pasture. And so what I'm doing up there is setting my family up on a nice little piece of property where we have food security, water security, a great place for our animals, a great place to raise a family. My wife feels comfortable. So I'm picking up horsemanship. I have a mentor and some other people I've been talking with that are going to help get me comfortable for mountain rides. We're getting a dairy cow because we drink like a gallon of raw milk every other day. We drink tons of it. We got chickens. So the lifestyle that this career path affords me, I get to be home. I get to be with my future child. I get to be with my wife and my animals, and still find the time to manage the social media accounts, go out and do shoots for people, coordinate with editors and videographers, and it's just this really fun balance of life up in the Heber Valley. And so some of the things we're doing up there, helping clients first and foremost. In addition to that, we're going to be immersed in one of the church communities up there. We're going to be skiing and snowboarding all winter, mountain biking in the summer. I'm just enjoying the little paradise that is the Heber Valley. So, yeah.
How are you? Love to hear all that. Love it. How are you guys? How are you specifically helping businesses up there? What are you doing for businesses up there?
Yeah. So what we're doing for businesses up there, similar to what you did and are doing for me, is, I guess one thing that differentiates a little bit. I'm big on story, so I'm helping businesses tell their story and use that story to leverage and captivate their target audience to drive business into their business. So there's people that have really great businesses that do a really good job at something, but nobody knows they're there. Or there's a guy that I'm working with that does carpet cleaning. He's been doing it for over 30 years in the Heber Valley. He's born and raised there. And there's these corporate brands from Salt Lake that they put a fake number up in the valley, and they're, taking over the valley, and he's having tough time getting business. So we're here to lift him back up, get a familiar face, let everybody know who the local top old school G of, carpet cleaning is in the Heber Valley. So what we're helping them do is to bring life into their business and to build confidence in investing in themselves. So they make a minimal investment with me. I encourage them and show them that through ad spend, they can grow their business. They can literally push a button and watch more leads come in, and they can push the button again to pull off if they're getting too busy. They literally have their foot on the brake with this process. And so if things are slow, we up the ad spend and we drive more business. If things get too busy for them or they need a week off, we pull back. It's like we just help them grow their businesses and watch the money come in and watch their lives get better and watch them scale and hire new people and buy new trucks. I can already see it happening. I have with 2 clients right now. They're already planning to build structures on their property. They're already planning to buy another truck and expand their fleet. So what we're doing is just helping people get the confidence and awareness and engagement and exposure that their business deserves to grow and make a good life for themselves.
So a lot of businesses that we're sitting down, we're talking to, it seems like a good amount of them may be a little gun shy when it comes to ads because they've been either burnt in the past, they don't know where their money's going, or it's just going to a get offer now or get quote now.
Yeah.
What's different about how we've been taught ads?
First of all, the hesitation that people have in pulling the trigger and starting to invest in an ad. First of all, some of these people are paying $2,000 or $3,000 a month to a marketing agency that's just giving them videos to post. There's no strategy behind it. And some of the videos look okay, some of them don't, but almost none of them get any engagement. So the reality is that they're already spending the money. Most of these people, maybe not most, but a lot of these people are already spending the money, but they're spending it in the wrong place. So businesses don't need to pay marketing agencies in perpetuity for content that's not delivering. What we teach in our system is one time you get the keys to the kingdom. By the time that this is over, you're empowered to hire an editor and a videographer if you need it, or you can manage that on your own. And then it's the ad strategy that you put a little money in ads, you watch leads come in. The ads themselves are super effective in getting people's attention, but that's only a piece of it. Next, you have the actual process of getting them to your page, of getting them in the DMs and building rapport and trust with these people, and eventually inviting the conversation. Most of the time, the clients themselves bring it up. I don't even have to mention the business. I just ask them how they're doing, how things are going, how's their summer in the Heber Valley been, and oftentimes they'll just take it straight to business and ask what we do. But I think the difference, I think the cold feet that people have in investing in ads, like you said, they've been burnt, or they just, the radius is too big on who they're targeting. People in California are seeing their ads, but they're a service-based business. So this hyper-local strategy where you design very specifically the geography of the people you're serving, the type of person they're serving, and the type of people that they target are starting to see their ads. It's a very simple formula and very effective. And when it comes to investing in ads, like just jump, just do it. Start wherever we tell you and do it. And when you get more clients coming in, double it like you had me do this week, which is, again, it's a scary thing, but we're on the call. Luke says, double your ad spend. I'm like, cool, I'll put it on my to-do list. And he said, no, do it now while we're on the call so I can confirm that you've done it, because this is how the system works. So if you're spending $2,000 on a marketing agency, or you have in the past, jumping from that to, $600 a month in ad spend, $1,000 a month in ad spend, to 3x, 5x, 10x your current business in the next 90 days or sooner, which like I said, I went from $0 to $9,000 in 1 week, 2 weeks of implementing. But in the last week, it's like the ads is where the magic is. And wherever you're afraid of, whatever anybody might be afraid of hitting that, if it's hyper local, if it's targeted, if it's hitting the people you want through our strategy, it's going to work. And whoever, whether it's Luke or me or somebody else that Luke has trained, whoever's there with you, if you're watching this now, the strategy works. And whoever your coach is, you need to find a coach who's going to stick it out with you until you get it. It's not none of this like, okay, log on to a master class. This is a real-time thing. Changes in the market, changes in social media, changes in payment processors and Affirm and all this stuff. You need somebody to help you navigate these waters so you can focus on delivering value to the clients.
Love it. Love it. And yeah, there's no even competition here, because yes, I did teach you the ad strategy, but you come from a different background and different just life experience to bring to your clients, a different creative eye, a different way to tell stories and brands. That is going to attract somebody else different than it is going to attract, say, a client of mine. So there's no competition here, whether like right now we're main focused Heber, Park City, and it focuses everything, but then you're going to see it expand out.
Yep.
So, and then it's going to be amazing when that time comes.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to draw a bigger circle, but it's incremental, it's step by step. And yeah, dude, it's literally like a video game right now. And it's a video game that checks all the boxes for me, because I don't have any moral or ethical compromise in stepping into this. I'm literally helping people, and they're paying me good money to do it. It's just perfectly even, beautiful exchange. If anything, they're getting the better end of the deal. Like this system just works for all reasons.
100%. Because I want to explain two things with it. I've explained this to a lot of new clients, and it helps them make sense with it. Like, Instagram is the funnel for businesses. It doesn't have to go to your website anymore. It doesn't have to go to even a phone call immediately, like contact us. It is Instagram as the funnel. So think of a funnel. At the top of this funnel and how you're getting new businesses is the ads. So I'll explain with another little diagram right here, in a visionary diagram. But at the top is an ad driven to a profile, driven to your Instagram. Your page is backed up by high quality content that you do with the story brand, personal, or the story, the organic content, the value, the how-to videos, everything, getting client testimonials, making their page look extremely well, like what we do. And then the page looks good. And then if they're intrigued in what we do, they click follow. Or for our clients, they click follow. Once they click follow, now they're in the middle of the funnel. So top of funnel is an ad driven to the page, backed up by high quality content that we produce. Now they see the page, they click follow, and now they're in the middle of the funnel. Once they're in the middle of the funnel, it's like a spider web with other type of ads. So now they're getting hit by retargeting ads. Retargeting ads, when set up correctly, ads at the top have to be set up correctly. If they're not set up correctly, do not waste your ad spend, because I've seen way too many people waste their ad spend that don't sign up. They think they can do it, and then their ad's gone after 7 days and you never see them. Don't waste your ad spend if just hearing this, please. And then retargeting ads in the middle. When set up correctly, retargeting ads are hitting all your followers every single day. You see my ads every single day. And because they're in the middle of the funnel over and over and over again, only hitting your followers. So the followers that you get from the local ad, seeing your page, and they're getting hit by a 1% lookalike of people in your messages.
Yep.
So it's people similar to the people that have followed you already. So other people in Keeper.
Yep.
For me, it's hit other people up in Salt Lake City, and I've been able to connect with and close people in Salt Lake City for this because of the retargeting ads. Same thing with San Diego. So it works beautifully. And then now they're getting hit. Now you're staying top of mind. So these businesses are staying top of mind, top of mind, top of mind, top of mind by having retargeting ads with a solid offer. Hey guys, like this is us. If you need anything here in St. George for moving, we got you covered. DM us this for a free whatever. Now they're top of mind, top of mind. It's not a matter of if these people are going to need their services. It's when, and when they do, we want our customers or our clients to be the top of mind.
Yep.
So now you're still nurtured in the DMs, but they're seeing you every single day. Now, bottom of the funnel, I want some more information.
It's obvious,
right?
Yeah. One of the cool things that I love, it always comes up during meetings with clients, especially the first meeting with them. They might ask for like, well, how do I know this is going to work? And I'll just look at them and be like, we're here right now. We're in this meeting because of the strategy that I'm going to teach you. It's literally like this, like it's just this perfect little formula where when they ask for results, it's like you're in a meeting that is a result of this strategy. We're going to plug and play the same exact strategy, except tailor it to your specific service, and you're going to crush. I feel so confident in these meetings too on my ability to deliver because it's just the formula works.
Formula works. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. It's so funny when that happens too. It's because it's like literally you see my face every day, right?
Yep.
Yep. We do. Okay. All right. Do you want the same thing for your business?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's easy as that in the local market with ads set up correctly. Because this is what I did the last year in San Diego. I did strictly videography and video editing as a service. So whenever I did that for my clients, we delivered great services, but I could never guarantee any results because when you do strictly organic videography, video edits, you're reaching your followers. Say if you have 500 followers over and over and over again, hoping that a post goes viral, hoping that somebody shares it and it reaches a new person by hashtags or whatever else. But I've seen people with 500 posts and 500 followers. It's because they're churning their wheels with it.
Yeah.
When you run ads, same thing with businesses here, like with a ton of posts. When you run ads, instead of your circle only hitting this amount of people over and over and over again, you're paying $20-25 a day in ad spend to be here.
Yep.
With people seeing your page daily, driven to your page. So now you have people seeing your page daily. You're getting followers every single day. With ads, you get all these followers. Then retargeting ads hit outside of that. So you even have a bigger reach. And then when you up ad spend, now you're in front of this many people and this many people seeing your page daily.
Yeah.
And
even though you're just creeping outwards, like I made a video about this, like I would much rather my client have 100 true and engaged followers than 1,000 followers that aren't engaging with the content, not sharing it. It's not going out and popping in the algorithm or anything. Because when you get a follower with this strategy, it's because they're at the very minimum somewhat interested in what you're doing. And at best, they're like, this guy's speaking to me. I need this right now. So if you're only getting 3-5 new followers a day, those are 3 to 5 new followers that are interested in what you're doing. I'd way rather have that than to have a random post go viral where people in the UK are seeing my video. I can't help them, at least not right now. Maybe we'll get there.
Yeah, we're going global with it.
But so yeah, it's again, I just want to emphasize for anybody that might be watching this that your follower count, don't obsess over that. Focus on the strategy, and high quality leads will start coming into your feed as long as you're backing up with good content. Post on the story every day, doing cool stuff where people can see there's a real person behind the brand. The brand is real. There's results, all these things. If you have a good page and your followers are, even if it feels like they're just trickling in, that's okay. And it's actually great. Like I have right now 130 followers. But I just set a meeting 5 minutes before we did this. Like it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And this ad strategy creates quality leads, just period.
That's it. $9,000 contracted in the first 2 weeks with 130 followers. And the page started with like, what, 40 followers? Something like that?
Oh yeah,
Like,
at most. On top of that, I'll just reemphasize, I've spent a total of $255 in ad spend to get that $9,000 in contracts. And one of the guys came from the the owners of the home that I live in hired a carpet cleaner to come to the house, and the carpet cleaner recognized me from the ad, and 2 days later he was paying half up front for the service. Like, you get recognized around town. I've had multiple people already. So yeah, you become known in your area. It's like Luke says again and again, it's not about being the best, it's about becoming the best known. And draw that circle, run the ads, do the retargeting, become the best known, and watch your business crush. And get ready though. If you have a service, you better be able to scale. You better have the plans in place to buy extra trucks and do whatever, hire extra people. Good problem to have, but just be aware that it sometimes can move quickly.
yeah, because we make it a fulfillment issue rather than a lead issue, which is what every business wants and every business needs is to not have to worry about leads, to be able to pick and choose the leads that we want to work with. The beauty of that is insane. You don't have to take on every little job because now you have so many leads coming to you with followers that are nurtured that you can pick and choose like the jobs that you want to do as a business owner. That's amazing. You have leads coming to you now. Now you just have to figure out how to fulfill that. So what I've noticed is to get results with something like this, how you've been able to get results yourself and how your clients are going to get results, or how your clients are getting results, how my clients are getting results, is 25% of it comes down to a high quality ad, having a really good creative ad driven to your page. The other 25% is going to come back from the organic content, having high quality Instagram stories that are converting, which seem like a TV show with commercials in there that we teach, and backed up by value giving content that make, like, every time you press post, that video should feel like they should be paying you for this type of information. That's the type of content that we teach and that we deliver to our clients. That's 25% ads, 25% organic content. The other 50% comes down to the DMs, hands down in the DMs, because that's what's going to separate somebody just coming. That is what's going to separate the people that put in the work. If you put in the work in the DMs, you're going to get the results. You have to hit up people over and over and over again with done correctly. Don't just go sling your offer in the DMs. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Because every, as you've seen with your clients, like every DM talk script is curated a little bit differently. And if you can nail the DMs, if you can put time aside for the DMs, put time aside for a high quality ad, which we'll do for you, put time aside to actually posting your content, it's a recipe for success.
That's right.
So, man,
that's right.
What is your plan for the next 3 to 6 months?
My plan for the next 3 to 6 months, I just hired a videographer for 3 full days a month or 6 half days. So he'll be able to take some of that schedule burden off of me. You and I are going to talk next week about getting another editor lined up for me personally. So my plan is to go into hyperspeed these next couple of weeks and get some things set up so I can really spend time with my baby and my wife for that first month, especially of the child's life, and my wife's recovery. I just want to be super present for that. So for the next month and a half, that's my plan. And beyond that is to scale and take over the Heber Valley, take over Wasatch and Summit counties, and then expand into Salt Lake, and then take it from there, man. If I'm still running and still loving it and want to continue scaling, otherwise I might just stay where I'm at and just have a nice, comfortable income and ride horses and dirt bikes and ski and enjoy a really nice life. So I have, again, like, my foot's on the brake and the gas. So if I want to go, I just go. If I want to give everything to this and scale to big numbers, that's what I do. If I feel comfortable and I like what I'm doing and want to manage and just keep clients where they're at, a few new clients every week, cool, great, enough to manage my time but still live a full life outside of work, I can do that too. So time will tell, but for the next few months, get to know my child and support Sarah and start skiing again.
go once you start to get snow up there.
Yep.
That's amazing, man. And just being able to have the freedom to do that.
Yep.
Because you took this leap to invest and to learn this skill to be able to help so many other businesses up in Heber and Park City, that you're able to care for your kid and be there for your wife that's going to be recovering in the first full month. Like, how amazing is that?
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. And I can really, when it comes to setting meetings and shooting and editing and managing the customer relationship, like, I hope to hire out a good portion of that stuff, but I want to be face to face in these meetings with my clients, especially first meetings, regular check-ins, coaching calls every other week, something like that. I want to have my finger on the pulse. I want to feel what they're feeling. I want to engage with them. So I would like to just have my portion of this be a lot of the in-person engagement and tracking with these clients, and kind of hire out some of the other stuff. So that's probably my 3-month goal, specifically as it relates to business, to have some of those things hired out completely and focus on relationships and in-person meetings.
100%. It's foot on the gas, hire. Then it's going to be like, whoa, like, I hired it. Now it's full time. Now, foot on the gas, keep going, keep cranking.
Yep.
Keep them full time, and then hire somebody else for this and this and this, and we'll help you all along the way.
Yep. And I guess one more thing, just speaking to the viewer, if you have strengths, like Luke said earlier, lean into that. If you have really strong people skills, get those meetings set and show up with your best foot forward, and grow that relationship and let them see who you are. If you struggle with that, find somebody that can help. If you're doing marketing right now and you're doing everything, filming, editing, managing all relationships, newsletters, DMs, all this stuff, understand that when you come into an ecosystem like this, that a lot of that burden gets lifted. We're going to help you shoot stuff early on. We're going to edit videos and ads and help you implement and all those things. So if you're going it alone right now, especially, like, jump into something like this, because the burden of doing it alone and trying to figure out ads and content strategies and managing relationships, DMs, all the while getting out into the field and doing shoots and editing and all this stuff, you're going to burn out. You might be able to do it for a few months, but part of the magic of this program and this strategy also is that when you hire somebody like this, the burden gets lifted. You make a small investment, the burden gets lifted. All of a sudden, you get somebody to go out and shoot, or you go shoot, pop it to one of the editors, and you get a video back the next day and it's done and ready to post. So you can focus on the things that matter and the things that you're good at. So lean into your strengths no matter what. Play on that always.
I appreciate that. That's amazing. What I've been able to notice, every business owner has strengths and has a personality that they just have to tap into. And if they can show that on camera, their results are amazing. For example, I have one example and then just one last question. I have a client. His name is Peter. He was in a crazy accident. He's got one arm. Utah Payment Pro on Instagram. He's got one arm, and he's got a bionic arm. In one of his ads, he held out the hand and said, like, need a hand. And then it was crazy, but it's like he's completely fine with it. He shows his personality. It is the biggest icebreaker as soon as he meets up with these people, and he's gotten probably some of the craziest, like, testimonies, like, within this program, like, results, because he's just his authentic self. Another one, he said he single-handedly set up a payment processing system. Single-handedly. And so, but, like, if you can tap into that, like, whatever it is for you, whatever your personality is, like, I feel like I'm wired all the time. I'm going to expose that and show people, like, I am fired up and I want to fire you up. I want to motivate you. It literally says in the Bible, if it's to encourage, then encourage.
Yeah.
Really tap into that.
That's it.
So for a final question, maybe say this viewer has a business, they've engaged in the content, they see all the ads, they're like, is this a Ponzi scheme? Like, what is this? What would you say to the person that has a business that this can 100% help, but is too afraid to take that leap? What would you say to them?
Yeah. So anybody who's, if you have a service-based business and you're looking to grow that business and you've been swindled before, you've been let down, empty promises, marketing agencies that create good content but doesn't drive business, all this stuff, I get it, because that's exactly where I came from. And it's actually what I was doing before. Not knowingly, I wasn't swindling anybody, but I was providing content and shooting stuff, but it wasn't results driven and results based. There wasn't real strategy behind it. So anybody that's on the fence or repulsed by or not interested in something like this, there's a couple different things that I would say. One, have a little faith, go for it. See the guarantee of the coach or the person that you're working with and understand that they're going to be with you until the results are in. You're going to recover your cash that you invest to work with one of us. You're going to recover that before we're done working with you. We're not going to leave you high and dry. So there's this element of personal guarantee that where we're going to work with you until the results are in. Other than that, man, I don't know what to tell people. Like if you haven't been burned before, if you're just not willing to invest in yourself, I encourage you to reframe that perspective and find the courage to invest in yourself, and understand that like we're speaking from the heart, we're speaking genuine. We want to help. Our ethics and morals are tied into our business. I got one gauge of which I measure myself up, and that's how I am in God's eyes. That's my personal testimony there. So just try and break free from that mold that everybody's here to swindle you and take your money and not deliver results, and understand that there's people out there that have the tools and have paid tens of thousands of dollars to get this kind of education to help you, and we're going to help you. And if it takes extra time, we're going to spend extra time with you. If we have to set up more calls, we're going to do that. This personal guarantee comes with this type of strategy. And if furthermore you're still hesitant, then follow our page, follow Luke's page, and watch his ad continue to pop up. And you're going to say he's going to be top of mind for you forever until you say yes. And even beyond that, it might get annoying even, but guess what? It works. That same strategy is going to work for your business too.
100%. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was solid, because yes, it is a leap of faith. Yes, it is new to invest in something like this. But what I'm seeing is a lot of businesses, it's not a matter of if your competition is going to invest in social media, it's when, and you just want to be the first for this kind of thing. Like, gone are the days of just investing with a company where they're going to post your happy Memorial Day, happy 4th of July, and like all these stock photos, videos. Gone are those days. And like, you can actually drive traffic to your Instagram, from Instagram solely into cash collected for your business with this day and age. And you're like, truthfully, either you're going to do it first or a competitor of yours is going to, and you want to be the first one to do it because you're always going to stay 10 steps ahead.
Yep.
Is what I've been able to see.
Yep.
So yeah, guys, if you have any questions at all, like on this, for this client interview, send Dylan a message here. Send me a message. But Dylan, appreciate the time, man.
Yeah, appreciate you too. One more thing I'll say too, there's like getting clear on your story, on who you are, what your brand is, and what you're solving for people is a really important first step. And if you want to get in touch with either one of us, I have a worksheet we can send out. It's from the Story Brand Framework from Donald Miller. And sometimes it's really helpful early on just to get clear that you can see, hey, there really is a person in the world that I solve a very specific problem for, and that them working with you brings success. And if you can find that story and fine tune it a little bit and understand your value, build that confidence a little bit, maybe taking that next step would be a little bit easier. So hit us up for a little free insight and worksheet PDF that I can send over to help clarify your position, the story behind it, and let us know.
Cool. Thanks so much for the time.
For sure.
Boom.